We're live. Ghani,
Yeah,
welcome to the podcast.
thank you so much for having me. It's my honor and my pleasure to be here.
Oh, mate, the pleasure and the honor is mine. Um, seriously,
Yeah,
100, 100 kilometer triathlons
yeah.
in 100 days, man. What the heck? How? How? Most people struggle, to go on a 5 kilometer jog.
Yeah,
People feel terrible after running a marathon and have to
yeah.
sit down all day the next day. Talk about a brutal leg day at a gym, and you're out there doing 100 kilometer triathlons in 100 days.
Yeah.
How?
I think we will first say thank you to God for giving us that ability to do it because we couldn't have done it without His permission and His blessing. So we're going to say thank you. And I always said we because I can't do it alone. Is the people, is the community, is the encouragement, is the excitement and everything. And even if the people all over the world that was watching, I think we did it together, and especially the donations coming in is one of the biggest motivation and one of the biggest purpose, one of the biggest why. So I think that's how we were able to do it. Yeah.
Whenever I talk to elite performers like yourself, so for example, a couple of podcasts ago, I had the pleasure and the privilege of talking to Isaac Kenyon. I'm not sure if you've heard of him, but he's an endurance athlete, and I think he's got the world record for the longest indoor row, and he rode across the Atlantic. Like he's an exceptional dude, like yourself. But whenever I asked him the same question, I said, "How did you do it?" And he responded with, "Well, there's a we behind the I. It's
Yeah.
never the one person," and I find that
Yeah.
fascinating. Who is the we
Yeah.
behind the I?
The we behind the I is the people that believe in you. Yeah, like I always said, you will see a lot of people applauding you, but only few are applauding deeply, like
Mm.
meaningfully. So those one are the one that are as we, the community, the people you can rely on, like the people you can put your trust on. Like even if my dead body, I know that those people will be there for any reason, at any time, at any day. Those one they are the way. Yeah, like they feel like a blood, even if they are not from your own generation or from your own parent biologically, but they are still we because they are there for you for any time, for anything you need. So and it's few like that is very very few, and we are grateful to have such people are also around us.
So if I tried to run a
Yeah.
marathon now, at the moment I got a gimpy leg. That's my excuse. I swear. It's given me a lot of grief, so I'm on the road to recovery right now. But down the
Okay.
track, we'll see. But like support is a massive source of energy.
Yeah.
Support in anything, and to have a supportive environment. I think people often overlook the influence that can actually have on your performance.
Yeah.
But if I tried to do what you did, dude, you could have the whole world clapping from their heart and clapping deeply, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
You can. I believe. I trust you that
You
you can.
believe?
Yes, I believe
You
you
believe?
can. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just comfortable believing that I couldn't because that gives me an excuse. You could be right. You could be right. But um, with something like that, like
Yes.
on a more practical note, you would have been burning so many calories every single day. Do you Are you just counting your macros and stuff and your food by yourself? Do you have a nutritionist? Do you have a physio, a masseuse? Like what's the team? So there's the team that supports you, the community, And then there's the team behind the scenes. Who's that?
Yeah, the team behind the scene, like I said, is very few people. I think the 100 days it has been very tough mentally, physically, financially, and I can only rely on those small way uh, to be able to complete the 100 days. And yes, and I think I met the physio because during the cycling, right? Because I always like the community to join. Like you just said, it makes big impact when you have people around you, and at the same time you need to control it because you can't let the emotion carry away because you know when you have too much people around you as well, it can drain you or it can rise you. So you have to know yourself how your body work to be able to manipulate the energy around you. Otherwise, it can drain you or it can boost you at the same time. So you need to know how to manage it. So I met Peter during the cycling in one of those days, and it was like, oh, I realized that you don't have a physio. How come you're doing such a massive challenge with that physio? And like I'm like, oh, yeah, it's not easy to do it without a physio, but I thank God that my body can handle it. But if you can come in, I will lovely appreciate it. Yeah, that's how we connect in. And he said, of course, I want to be part of such thing like this. Yeah, it means a lot. You are doing it for a great cause, and I will be more than happy to be among the people around you. And that's how we got the connection. He was there, and I have the nutritionist Yuri. She from Japan. Amazing, amazing. She was not there with me all the time, but she was controlling everything I'm doing because she's checking my data and how I'm eating and everything. She get to know. Okay, I tell her every day what I'm eating, this hour, this time, so she knows. And we cross checking the weight as well on the daily basis. So even if she's not there, she knows what to do and she knows what to tell me to put in. Because sometimes, like I said, is like you need to have the right people around you when you're doing such thing. In the sense that the it will be a time where, especially if I move back when I did the full Ironman for 30 days, there were moments where like I cannot reason well, right? I cannot make decision. But to be able to make those decisions, I need to have the people that I can trust my life with to make those decisions for me and to let the eagle go and listen to what they say. Because in those moments, you can't think. Yeah, you can't think rationally. Like, okay, this is the right thing to do. Because you lose your mind in those kind of challenge, you know. So having those people around you, like I have Vicky was there, I have Emily was there, like they are the most people that I trust, like Yuri, Vicky, and Emily. Every single day they were there with me. Like, I couldn't have done that 30 full Ironman without those three ladies. Like I remember on the 29 or 30, I lost it. They thought I was dying. Like I came back from the cycling and I have I think one lap to go, but my legs, I crashed 2 times on the bike because of
Day
the sleep.
29.
Yeah, the sleep. Can you imagine? You are just right there to finish, and all this is happening. So I came back. I
Oh,
was sleeping.
you were sleeping. That's how you crashed.
Yeah, because there's sleep coming in. Like you are cycling 180, right? You know, and in the heat again in this Dubai heat, is not easy. And I think I said, okay, I need to take a break because I'm seeing things double. I'm not seeing properly. So I was like, okay, I don't want to crash again. I already crashed twice in the same day, which is not good for me. And I said, okay, let me take a break. And I just went like this, and it's like I passed away. They start panicking. Yeah, the lady starts panicking. They call in the ambulance. I'm like, when I hear the sound of ambulance, I wake up and say, what you guys are doing? I'm still alive. They thought I passed away because I was not breathing. They said, no, Ghani, you passed away. You cannot, you were not breathing. We came very close to you. We were trying to see. That's why I said, no, I didn't. I'm still here. I'm just putting everything back, right? No, and they have to make the decision to call the ambulance. Ambulance came and check everything, and they say, "Oh, I'm still okay." Yeah, I tell them I just needed that. Yeah, that's why sometimes we say you need to let the ego go and listen a little bit of the body. What the body is asking you to do it. Sometimes, yeah, that's a fraction of seconds for me to just do this and relax and recall, regroup myself, allow me to continue. But sometimes we just let the ego go and the emotion go. No. Then I will have be broken myself or crash again, and it will turn to something else. So those people like they are the ways, and like I really needed those people. The physio came in, the nutritionist was checking in on me, and Peter was doing a great job. Peter, like I keep recommending him to all my clients. When he comes in, he knows exactly what point to press, because Peter used to treat the elite triathlete and elite trail runner, and himself is a runner, he's a cyclist, so he knows exactly what point to press, even if sometimes I have to hit him because the pain is too much. Because I'm screaming, he's doing the physio and I'm screaming all over, because even if my ear he touch is painful, every part of my body is painful, but he has to push the pressure, he has to manage my body for me to keep going for the 100 days. But there's many things at the background that many people don't see. Yeah, they just see the glory, but there's a lot going on, and those people I'm so grateful till date for having them.
So, what was your like daily routine to maintain that level of performance? You do the thing, but then when you weren't doing the thing,
Yeah,
how are you taking care of yourself? Because the rest being just as important as
the work himself. Yeah,
yeah.
that is the rest was more important than me. Like I have to cut everything. I don't do anything else. Like the only thing I do when I'm not doing the challenge, my rest time, is to eat and try to sleep as much as I can, because every second in those moments they count for me. Like the phone, I will say I did not know where my phone was, because I uh, I implore somebody to do the social media, because I don't have time for that. So I need to sit properly and rest, eat, rest, and do the challenge. So every second was very important, and I cannot lose it. And I was maximizing more on the recovery. Like I want to sleep more, so I can wake up fresh and be able to do the second one.
Waking up fresh, doing
Yeah.
what you do, that kind of puts waking up fresh in a whole another context. Hey, I'm
Yes.
kind of curious, what the heck is waking up fresh, dude? Waking up fresh for me is like getting that full 8 hours, you know what I'm saying? Like not waking up, but I didn't do a 100-kilometer triathlon the night before.
No way, no way. When I say waking up fresh, is to wake up at least after the physio, um, being able to gain at least the 70%, yeah, 70 to 80% of your strength again to be able to do it again. Yeah. So I think like me, I feel fresh. For that, I will say, okay, I'm feeling fresh.
It said, I think I read that you were burning something like 7,000 calories a day. Is that true?
Yeah, and that is when I was doing the 30 full Ironman.
Oh, the 34 Ironmans.
Yeah, the 30 full Ironman. Yeah, I was close to that. Yeah,
You
but
you were close to that.
yeah, when I was doing the 300, because like all those things, I gained the experience of doing that 30 full Ironman. So when we were doing the 300, the 100, 300, I was able to manage it properly. Yeah, the food was, I was eating, I think, close to 3,000 to 4,000, not too much.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was eating close to it, and I think that's the secret of the game. Like of those endurance, you have to eat. You have to get those energy back in, and be able to sleep as well. That's the second thing. If you can sleep well, if you can eat well, even if sometimes I have to force myself to eat, even if I don't feel like eating. Like I have to eat, and I don't wait until I'm hungry before I eat. Then it's too late already. So I always eat. I always have the snatch in the car. When I'm done, I'm going back home. I will start eating. So when I get to home, I don't want to do anything. It's just to pray and direct to sleep.
Die to sleep.
Yeah,
Dude, that's
direct.
my excuse as well. When I have a big day of eating, I'm like, tomorrow I'm an endurance athlete. That's. But if you're burning like so, if are you is your input
Yeah.
reaching your output? Like what are you putting in anything close to the caloric intake that you're expelling, like getting
No,
out, burning?
no. I will say no because it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to eat. So I need to. Like, that's why Yuri finding a way for me to put back. It's hard to put back 2,000 to 3,000 calorie back into the
Yeah.
body. It's hard. It's easy to to bring it out, but it's hard to put it. So in terms of food, like the real food is hard. So now she said, okay, because it's hard for you to eat. Sometimes you lose taste. Yeah, you lose taste for everything. My mouth, everything, especially, it was crazy after the hundreds. My hands until now they get back to normal. Yeah, I will send you some photo of them. You will see, and my lips because I was swimming in the sea, right, in the sea, in the deep sea,
Yeah.
not pool, not it was direct in the deep sea. So my mouth sometimes I lose my taste. So what we she did is like, okay, if you can eat food, so we need to turn it into the liquid way. So I take more of the shakes, but she calculated it in the way that I can like keep taking it, and I was blessed also to have the loop that supported me. They were like giving me the power smoothie. We call it power smoothie here in Dubai. It's a mix of whey, oats, yeah, whey protein, some dates. So the mix and it's very thick. It's very very thick. If I take two or three of that, I think I just feel full.
Yeah, so eating is just a part, it's almost like a part of the workout routine.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Wow. So when you were putting yourself through your body through all of that pressure, that strain,
Yeah,
I've heard people say that immediately their hierarchy of wants and needs completely shifted. So when they weren't doing that, they
yeah,
might want a Ferrari. But then when they're putting their body and they're swimming in cold water for an
yeah.
extended period of time, all they want is to feel warm. You could offer them a Ferrari. You could offer them $1 million.
You don't
But
want that.
dude, yeah. Oh, that's his name. Ross Edgley. Edgley? Ross. He swam, I think
Yeah, 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 yes, yes.
yes. You
I know him. Yeah, yeah.
you
Prosper
know
King,
him.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
him.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was saying
How
when
he's
he
good.
was
Yeah,
yeah, he's a cool guy.
yeah,
You're all insane. He was
yeah,
saying that when he was swimming the Loch Ness lake,
yeah,
that it was amazing because his priorities quickly shifted to like primitive needs and wants, where you could have offered him $1 million, you could have offered him a Ferrari, but he
yeah,
was like, dude, all I want is to feel warm right now.
yeah.
What do you think of that?
Oh no, it's almost the same, right? I always tell people that I always go back to the 30 full Ironman because for me it was the hardest. It was harder the 100 days, right? Because it's the full length of Ironman. Swimming 4 kilometer, cycling 180, and running the full marathon for 30 days in a row. That was that was the hardest. Like like I said, the last minute when everybody like same thing happened at the T100, because I did the 100, and the next day was the race in Dubai T100, and the team
Ah.
globally said, okay, we need you to do the race. So I said, okay, yeah, why not? Yeah, it will be my pleasure, because they give me opportunity. They want to make it a little bit bigger, more big exposure. I said, why not? I say I'm grateful for that. So I have to do one extra, right? And
You did an extra one.
yeah, yes. So and I have to do one extra on the race day, and at the finish line, like the cameras don't know what is happening inside me, right? The media don't know what is happening, or like at that point, even if you give me a trophy of a gold, a trophy made of gold, I don't want it. All I want is to go home and sleep. Nothing you can offer me at that finish line will make me happier than taking me to the car, letting me sleep. Yeah, when the media left and right was asking me questions, and I was at the microphone, the next 2 minutes I was in the hospital. Yeah, I was on the oxygen room, try to breathe. Like you, when you are in those moments, like the outside don't see what is happening inside you, like only you know what is happening, and you just want to rest, and them they want to like ask questions, ask this. It's okay. There's nothing wrong about that. Everyone is happy, it's done. But like Ross said, there's nothing you will wish for apart from sleep or a time between you and you. That's how it works. Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. The idea of a brave face, because I also saw that footage. It was really moving. You know,
Yeah.
the whole cinematic, you running
Yeah.
across the finish line, the
Yeah.
music in the background. It's a moving watch for anyone
Yeah.
listening. Go give it a watch. But your brave face, because no one would know that was. You're saying 101.
Yeah. No one knows that at that
No
moment.
one would know that, but you don't show it either.
Like no, me, I don't really show all those things, because we don't do it for the glory or for the fames or for the followers. We do it for a purpose, right? So that's why me is not too much. Me, once I finish what I'm thinking about, what can I do more to impact the world? What can I leave on the ground? What can I leave on this earth? How what can I do to make someone's life better? That's the things we think about. It's not about fame. It's not about glory. Me, I just want to get into the car, go home, and think about something else. You see, then is very different, and is also humbling. Yeah, when people are saying why you are not bragging about it, I say no, there's nothing to brag about. Like the purpose, the real reason why we are doing it is different. So there's nothing like your anchor is different. Yeah. So if you know the purpose of your anchor, you cannot, because I always tell people, whatever you think you have done, is just the 1% of what someone outside have done. So you need to stay humble. You need to stay on the ground. It's okay, you have done it. You are one of the people on top, but don't forget the reason why you are doing it. Don't let the ego come in and get carried away. So I just keep it simple as much as possible.
On day one or day 43 or of 100 day
Yeah.
triathlon, or if we're talking about the Ironman, on
Yeah.
day one or day 12 of a 30-day, 30 Ironmans in a row,
Yeah.
looking at the end goal, like
Yeah.
realizing that there is so much to go,
Yeah.
can crush you.
Yeah,
So
100%.
what's the mental exercise that
Mm.
you perform, like in your head, that keeps you present, like keeps you moving a little bit further?
Yeah, I think what me I practice is what I teach as well to all of my clients. Is very simple. I don't focus. Uh, Once we already create that micro, right? The macro we are talking about. Now we just want to focus on the micro, single by single. So I don't. Is already there. I know I need to do 100 triathlons in 100 days. Now I already started, right? I don't focus too much on that. I only focus on every single day. Yeah, if I'm swimming, I only focus on the swimming. I want to survive the swimming because I always start the swimming when 3 a.m. alone in the deep water in the sea. So I don't want to think about something what I'm gonna do next. I know next I'm gonna cycle, right? I know already it's in my mind, but what I focus on is the one I'm doing like at the moment. So I focus on that. So it is the same thing. Like if we are training and we are on the track or any event we are doing, I always tell the people focus on the rep you are doing. Don't think about okay, I have 12 to go. No. Focus on the first one, the one you are doing, be in that moment. So look at your form, look at your breathing, focus on finishing the one you are doing, but finish it right. Then you have the rest to do the next. But if you want to keep in mind that I have so much to do, then you won't put the right effort you need to put on in that moment. So you will lose direction, you will lose guidance, you will lose everything. So what me I do in those moments is that I just focus on if I'm swimming, I'm swimming. Like I told you, I crashed twice. So that is the tiredness and everything I accumulated. So from all those moments, I learn. And the next challenge when I'm doing, okay, because cycling 180 and you're still thinking that I have another 42 kilometers to run on the feet. Like, yeah, like you get lost, you get confused on your brain. But if you just focus on that cycling, all I have to do is to cycle and finish that cycle, save, so I will be able to do the run. So it's the same principle I am doing. So I don't drift too much, I don't panic too much, I don't overload the brain. I keep it very simple as much as I can.
Community support
Yeah.
can be the best motivation, or it can also crush you. That's what you said earlier. And
Yes.
that's because I've been thinking about that while you've been talking, because I feel like the theme keeps coming up, because when a community supports you, if you say, for example, I'm going to do 100-kilometer triathlon, you know, your immediate sphere of influence, like your family and stuff, they might be like, that is awesome. Like, go you know. But depending on where you come from, that could be that's a massive deal to anybody to do.
Yes.
But then if you say, I'm going to do 100-kilometer triathlons, then before you know it, a whole bunch of people pop up to support that don't know you, but they're supporting the end goal. That's what they're supporting. And to focus on that,
Yeah.
you know, do you think that's where a lot of people go wrong, is they focus on the end goal too much, because that's the thing that they're drawing the credibility to, is the whole thing, and then they don't stay present.
Present. Yeah, I think you got it right. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. Like I said, um, uh, it's like a training for a marathon or during a marathon. I always tell people, you already did the work you need to do, right? You have done the training, you trust your training. So when you go into the race, focus on every kilometer, every mile. your internal focus and your external focus, they have to be on point in the way that you don't lose focus at any point. So, but if you know, if you have the internal focus and the external focus together working as one, when a cramp is coming, you can feel it and you know how to manage it. It's the same thing like when we do the challenge. The community is great. Like some places you need the community, like you need the presence of someone to be there. Yeah, but at the same time you need to teach yourself that okay, even if no one is there, I can still do what I said I'm going to do and keep going and keep moving. So you have to manage yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically when you have such people around you, and not to focus too much on the outcome. Like the people there, maybe they will be see 120, oh 100 a triathlon, but at that moment all what you need to focus on is the one you are doing. If you are doing the day 12, you have to focus on that day 12, so you don't get drifted or lose control or lose focus on of what you are doing, but still allow yourself to be with them, being grateful for having them, and make them be seen, like appreciate them.
What about with pain? Do you stay present with pain? Because a lot of the way that people treat pain,
Yeah.
one of the best remedies to pain is distraction. You know, whether you've got a kid who trips over, the
Yeah.
first thing you do is show them a shiny object, and then
Yeah.
they look at it and they forget
They
about their
forget the
sore
pain.
knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you know, if someone is emotionally sore,
Mm.
they can seek all sorts of pleasures and vices,
Yeah.
unhealthy ones, but then there could be healthy ones. You know, someone's gone through a breakup and all the boys get around them and like, come over, you know, like let's have a good night.
Yeah.
Do do you recommend being present for pain? Because that's intimidating.
Yeah, yeah, that's very, very intimidating. Yeah, you need to acknowledge it. You know it's gonna
Mm.
come. I remember I was doing I think Hajar 100. Is a brutal race in UAE here, and I start feeling the pain. Right, I start feeling the pain, and for me sometimes I even asking I am asking for it. When is he going to come? Yeah, when the pain is going to come. And the same thing those during those challenge as well. Swimming 4 kilometer or swimming 2 kilometer in a dark sea by yourself. No one is there for you. Like I remember on day 18, I was camping in the water, and there's no one there for me. Like the pain was so much. Like I have to be present. Like I need to acknowledge that I'm feeling that pain. I can't get distracted in the water. No way. Because we black, we have problem with water. We don't swim very well. So I need to survive in that water. I can't drift out. So like for me, if it is outside, I can manage differently, right? But in the water, I need to be in the presence of that pain. I need to acknowledge that that pain is there, feel that pain, but still stay focused to be able to finish that swimming and go. But if it is like a cycling or running, yeah, some 2 3 moments. That's why we have the external focus. You can just get distracted. That's where the community comes in as well. When you have the people around you, you are the energy. Sometimes I remember back in the days in my country, Togo, the way we do the running is so amazing. You will never feel pain. You will never feel tired. Like we run in big group, like this city will go meet this city. We run every city, so we gather together and we keep running with the music, with the drums, with the people blowing the horn. Like it's so amazing. Even if you are in pain, you will not feel it. That is the power of the group. So you get distracted So you forget about the pain, right? Like you give the example of the kid. When they fall, when you shake something, they start smiling. Like they forget. You need that a little bit distraction. That's why you see some people, they start playing the music. They wear the music. Some people are, they like to see something they like. Like is different. But me personally, I always like to be aware of the pain, especially if I'm doing those tough races. I always ask the pain to come. The earlier it comes for me, the better for me.
Dude, I think even pain is freaked out by you. I think pain's trying to creep up on you, and you just turn around and you're like, open the door, and it's what?
Yeah, I know. Welcome. I have been waiting for you.
Oh, that's badass. You're the man.
Yeah.
Well, but it's like, was it G.K. Chesterton that said a job doing a job that a job worth doing is at least a job worth doing poorly. I could have that wrong, but I think what he's trying to say is like a job worth doing, even if you give it a go, it's still moving in the right direction. So I might have butchered that quote. Not clickable, but it's the themes there, and getting into music, it can really make all these sucky, brutal, mentally challenging activities, like whether that's running 5 kilometers for someone that's not a runner, or going to the gym and developing the habit for someone that hasn't built a lifestyle around physical activity. Music and all these little incentives gets them to the place. But would you say that sooner or later, as a stepping stone, you'd advise people to start, once the habit is ingrained, to start taking the headphones out and opening the door and dabbing up pain?
You have to. You have to. Courtney call it the cave pain, right? Yeah, the cave pain. You need to, like, especially when we are doing the ultras. Even if a marathon, the pain will come. So once you know that it will come, you are ready for it, and you know how to handle it when it is there. But if you are distracted, the music or something else, you get easily lost, and that's what people look for, distraction. But me, what I want, I don't want a distraction, but I want to stay focused in that pain, because that in those moments of distraction, that's where the injuries are coming. We lose form, we lose the sense of being present and moving on the right way. So you don't know how you are running anymore, or you don't know how you are cycling. Maybe you are doing something wrong. You are using the wrong muscle. You are stepping wrong way. It's easy to get injury there in those moments. But if you stay active and you deal with it, it's much better for you. Because, I'm feeling pain. Where am I feeling pain? On my hamstring. Okay, what muscle is not working well? And I'm feeling that pain. Because everything, the pain comes, we always say, in the marathon, you fail mechanically before the physiology, right? Yeah, if something is happening, or if you are running somewhere and you start feeling pain somewhere, that means something is not working well. But if you just ignore it and start being distracted, then you just accumulating that pain and accumulating more injury for yourself. But if you are in that pain, okay, you want to understand that pain. Why is it coming? What is wrong? What type of what can I do to correct that pain? Like you can see example of Sifa when she won the London Marathon on that year. When she started feeling pain, she stopped because she acknowledged that pain. She know that the pain is coming. So okay, the question was like, what can I do to avoid that pain? because those elite athletes, they race at the highest level. So what she did, she stopped, she did some stretching, and she won the race. Like, but if she started looking for external focus, yeah, if she lose it, she started looking for something to distract herself, then that pain wouldn't go, and she wouldn't be able to go at the pace she wanted to go. So then those kind of mistake is not allowed, especially if they are chasing the world record and all that. Like, they have to fix it in between the race. She stopped only 2 seconds or 3 seconds. She stopped, she stretched, she do some hamstring stretch, boom, again. But if she start putting the pain is coming, okay, I need something to distract myself. She lost the focus. Yeah, it's crazy.
That message is very countercultural.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it really is. Like, we live in a world that tries to keep you distracted. You know, we go to work from
Yeah,
9 to 5. Most people, if you've got a conventional office job or you work for someone else, your
yeah,
day is 9 to 5, and you got to do what you got to do. But
yeah,
then to and from work, you've got this thing in your pocket that's designed to captivate your attention,
yeah,
and along the way, life is still happening to you.
yeah.
You know, that there's that cliche quote where it's like, don't let life happen to you, you happen to it, because
Exactly.
regardless, it's gonna go.
You gotta go.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and Arthur Brooks says, for people that spend a lot of their time on their phone, they'll never be bored, but they'll live extremely boring lives.
Yeah. That's
And
great.
it's great. Like, we live, it's society isn't supporting that whole acknowledge your pain, and then when someone dies, you know, a loved one passes away,
Yeah.
or you're the they get a bad result in an exam, or the varying degrees of suffering, the
Hmm.
first thing to do that people try and get you to do is to take your eye off it. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
to go down a different path. And why I like talking to you, people of your caliber, those people who have really put yourself through absolutely seemingly like miserable experiences, like really pushing your body to the limit. It's almost artificially creating something that will, as humans, we will all face. You know,
Yeah.
we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
We're all
100%.
gonna die. And it seems like what you're saying is so relevant to not just people who are trying to run 100 kilometers or do 130 Ironmans in 30 days. It seems like what you're saying about acknowledging pain, like, that's relevant to anybody.
Yeah, I know. It's difficult to think about it, but I think you are right. Like you said, regardless anything, it, you cannot just, yeah, okay. I don't know how to put it, but let's say you lose your job, right? You lose your job. It's painful, right, for you to lose your job. But what's good it does to you to get distracted there? You lose your job. That means you need, and life keep going, right? You have a lot of responsibility. You have to take care of your family. You need to live in a place. You need to do this. You need to do this. But if you start looking for distractions, for how long are you going to stay distracted? That's why I love Kobe a lot. Mamba mentality, right? Finish the game, they lose the game. The next 2 hours is in the gym also training for the next season. There's nothing. Why do you need the distraction? You already lose the job. Why do you need something? Why not just focus on what we can do to make it better on the next one? So it's the same thing. But people, like you said, the society is just forcing us. Like that's why people around you also is very important. Oh, just forget about it. Just go get a couple of glass. You forget about it. No, you get the couple of glass. You're gonna get drunk, and when you are drunk, you don't know what you are doing. You may even cause more trouble to yourself that you need to solve it again. But if you stay focused, and okay, this happens. Okay, it's happened, and I still need to keep going. Then you start taking the next step that you need to do to make the next step better. Not distracting yourself. You can't distract yourself. You can get better by distracting yourself. Yeah, but the society, it is what it is.
I think a common school of thought amongst the psychology or the psychologists is
Yeah.
that people that suffer from serious addiction, the ones that get over it and the ones that actually find their way through it end up becoming more resilient than the people that never went through addiction, because they've trained those habits into them
Yeah.
of staying present,
Present.
acknowledging the urges, and dealing with it then and there, and not becoming macro, like not thinking,
Yeah.
oh man, I'm on a 100-day streak, I can't break it now, but just treating it
Yeah, exactly.
momentary moment.
Moment. Yeah. It's very nice.
So we've acknowledged that support is a massive motivator.
Yeah.
It can't be the sole motivator.
Yeah.
You talked about a little earlier the importance of a why. What was your why?
My why, it was very simple. I used to do those challenge very long time, and one day I just sat. I'm like, okay, why are you running so much? Like in Dubai, yeah, we have 7 Emirates, and I have run all of it. Yeah, I have lived, and I'm like, okay, why are you taking so much pain like this? And then one night I was praying 3 a.m. and I started asking myself, why can't you use this God-given talent to change some people's life or to better some people's life? That's where the ideas of all those challenges coming in. I'm like, okay, now I need to change my why. I need to change the purpose of what I'm doing. It's not just about going outside, putting myself into the, those torture and for no reason. But if I can use those torture and this God-given power to make some change some lives, I will live on this earth and being happy, knowing that okay, I have contributed at least a little in this world. So that's where I changed my mind. I said, okay, now anytime I want to do a challenge, I want it to be for a purpose. Yeah, I want to raise money for charity, and I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that Al Jalila Foundation is a charity entity for His Highness here, the President of Dubai, and I'm grateful they allow me to use their platform to raise fund for children. And since then, like I cannot do anything like at this caliber without thinking about how it's going to affect our people, or how it's going to help people, or how it's going to get someone out of their couch. That is my big why. And most of the time, I always think about the future generation. I always like doing it for children. The reason why I like doing it for children, because I see them as the future, the future generation. And I always thinking to myself like, if I see an adult going through a cancer, how a kid can go through same thing. Like for me is mind blowing. Is like it's making me go mad, and I'm like, no, whatever I'm gonna do it for the kids, because they are the future, and if we can make their life better, and they can come and live in this world that we adults kind of mess it up. So I always think about them. I say, okay, now from now on, whatever I want to do it for the purpose. I want to raise a fund for charity, and I want to leave an impact for every child.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. And
Thank you very much.
I'm looking at with athletes specifically, there's definitely a correlation equals causation in terms of depression and whys. You know, because kids at a young level, they see their idols on TV. They don't see the person inside, but they see what everyone else sees on TV, which is the end product of years and years
Yeah.
of training, and they admire the end product.
Yes.
That's what they become attached to. And then these kids become the next athletes and the next sportsmen. And they get to the top of the game, and society tells them, you're awesome. Here's here's $3 million to play with us, or in excess of that, more or less, to play with us for this amount of years. And they become on the cover of every news sports magazine, or they become the man.
The man.
And then when they retire, because the purpose was in instead of out, they end up becoming very depressed.
Depressed. Yes.
Is your story from needing that why to be deeper? Do you resonate with that?
Yes, I do. For me, yeah, like I said from the beginning as well, that is why I don't lose the focus. I don't lose the reason why I do what I do. Why? That's why I remember one of the Sundays we went for cycling, and after the cycling we were having coffee and at the table, and someone came and was greeting me, and another guy also was sitting there, and the lady was asking, "Do you know this guy?" And I say, he started talking about all the challenge and the fame, and the guy like, "Oh, is he the guy? Are you the Ghani?" Yes. I say, "Yes." "Yeah, and you're just sitting here with us like this." I'm like, "Yes. What do you expect?" Even if you have bodyguards.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I can't believe it is you." I'm like, "Why not?" "What do you believe? You're just sitting here with us, just like that, taking coffee." I said, "Yes." Like, I said, that's the point you guys are missing. I don't do what I do because I want the fame or if I want something. What I do, I have a purpose. And like, if you have a purpose, the purpose reduce your like internal frictions. Like, you know exactly why you are doing what you are doing. Then for me, purpose is like a purpose, legacy, and doing what people think is impossible possible. Yeah, you see, and doing it for a good reason allow me not to drift or not to forget the reason why I started it from the first place. So when, yeah, like you said, the society now is so much powerful that if you lose that your internal first purpose, you get, you finish, you have everything you need, but you are not satisfied. That's why we go into the depression, we get into the suicide. Is very stressful sometimes as well when you are doing those things and you are at those levels. People want you, like you again, the society wants you to act differently, and if you don't act like that, there is, oh, he did not expect me to be just there like everybody. I'm like, why not? I can wanting me to walk the bodyguard. You wanted me to have the siren going around. No, I don't need that. I don't forget that I'm a human being for the first place, right? So I'm not different than anyone. like I said, whatever I did, you can do it, and I believe you will do it. And he was like, there's no way I will do it. So I'm like, I did it for a purpose, and I don't want to lose focus. So I don't allow the society to dictate what I'm going to do, or what direction to take. Yeah, I don't allow them then, and I want to stay humble as much as I can, and stay focused all the time. Yeah.
Dude, you're not gonna believe it,
Yeah.
but I had the exact same experience with this guy called Ghani, where I've reached out to him.
Yeah.
I'll have the listeners know that same thing happened to me. I reached out to you. I took a chance. I reached out to you, and I just sent you a message being like, you know, your story and your journey is exactly what I'm looking for, and I really want to learn from it. And you messaged me back within the hour, being like, "Of course," and that's really cool. That is so cool.
I think I was in Boston when you message. I think I was traveling when I got your message, but I was in the plane. I think, yeah, when I landed in Boston, then I saw your message and I said, look, let me reply. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Do you ever feel like the why, you know, when you're raising money for kids charity, kids cancer, or whatever your why is, do you ever feel that can be a massive motivator and a really great reason to do something, but do you ever feel like it can also bring a lot of pressure, you know, feeling like keeping the thoughts of, if I don't do this, I've let so many people down, you know, the more support you get, the more capacity there is to let down.
Yeah.
How do you handle that?
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it. A lot, all the time. You know, I feel that pressure, especially in the races, like and it's hard. Yeah, it's very heavy, but you can allow that to define you as well. Um, I don't know how to put it, but me, I always control it very well. Like I always say, I know me, I know what I can do, so I don't compare myself to anyone. I don't go wow like this. I stay on the ground as much as I can, and sometimes when you are doing something, there's so much expectation from people, and like you feel so much pressure. You feel like I need to do this no matter what, because in your mind you start playing. If you don't finish this will happen. If you don't, people will say this, the media will say this about you,
Yeah.
the journalists will say this about you. It's a big pressure, you know. So and you are taking in all those things, and sometimes that's why sometimes it's hard to go into the races, right? You know, because you have pressure. The expectation from you is so high, and is limiting you what you can do sometimes. But internally, I always deal with it. I always tell myself I know who I am and what I can do, and try as much as I can, like to stay on the ground as much as possible.
Staying present,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
then what that pressure really affects
yeah.
is your ego.
The egg.
And then your ego keeps you going, and then your ego tells you to not worry about the sore point in your hip,
Yeah,
and that there's the journalist in the corner who's got his pen out, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. Like those pressure, they force you to do what you don't want to do, and me, I don't allow it to happen to me. Like in some races, I will say, okay, at the same times, I'm happy. Like people who wants to compete with me, like so people who wants to go run past me or cycle past me. Sometimes I feel happy with that. Like you will see someone run past you or cycle past you and say, ah, Ghani, I overtake you. Like sometimes it's funny, yeah. But to me, I love it. Yeah, I love it. He will see, he may think differently, but for me, how I think is like, oh, I'm so happy I pushed this guy to go. He pushed himself. He pushed his limit out. Now he know what he can do. That's the way me I'm thinking it. But the men they be thinking it in the competitive way. Ah, no, I have a take of Ghani. Oh, I run faster than Ghani. I'm like, yeah, I think that's when I'm coaching as well. That's the same thing I'm telling my client. I say I'm coaching you to be better than me. Why are you paying me for? You are paying me. I'm not coaching you, or I'm not holding anything back. I don't want to. If I'm coaching you and I'm the podium all the time, then something's wrong. Like I'm asking myself, what am I doing wrong? Because I'm coaching you to be better than me. You should be on the podium. Like there's no ego there. There's like, if you are getting better than me, you're getting better than me, and I'm proud of it that you are on the podium. That's the first reason why you are paying me to coach you. And like it's a big pressure sometimes, but you need to know how to handle it properly, and do not let the society or at the same time, it's like mentally, it's a big pressure.
Ghani,
Yeah.
you're the man. You're the man. Where do people go if they want to find you and what you do?
It's very easy. They can easily find me on the Instagram at Ghani Soule, and yeah, mostly I'm on the Instagram. Sometimes on the YouTube as well. We haven't created the YouTube page yet. But mostly Instagram and Facebook.
That's exciting. I'll
Yeah.
be a subscriber. That's awesome. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for giving me your time and your insights.
No. It's my pleasure and my honor. I'm so grateful. Thank you for having me. Like I said, I really want to come to Australia.
Heck yeah. Heck
Yeah.
yeah, mate.
Let's do
We'll,
something
we'll see you
there.
here. We'll do an
Yeah.
in-person one.
Yeah. We're gonna do something together. I'm gonna force you to do some challenge there.
Ah, well, all right. So first things first, I'll get this hip sorted and then we'll do something.
Yeah, 100%, 100%, 100%.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ghani.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. See you again.